Today, we are going to listen to Master Your Emotions, a practical guide to overcome negativity and better manage your feelings. About the author. Thibaut Maurice is a personal development author, coach, and founder of whatispersonaldevelopment.org. His writing is characterized by simplicity, clarity, and practicality. Thibaut's mission is to help people break free from their limitations, master their mindset, and live purposeful lives. He has written several self-help books, but Master Your Emotions is arguably his most recognized work, especially among readers looking to manage internal chaos. He is not a psychologist by degree, but his strength lies in distilling complex psychological concepts into actionable steps. So, introduction, understanding the power of emotions. Emotions are at the very heart of the human experience. From joy and love to anger and fear, our emotions color every thought, decision, and action we take. Yet most of us aren't taught how to handle them. We're left to stumble through life, reacting instinctively, letting our moods dictate our day, our relationships, and even our self-worth. Thibaut Maurice, the author of Master Your Emotions, believes that gaining control over your emotions is the cornerstone of personal development. In this book, he provides a framework to help you understand where emotions come from, how to manage negative feelings, and how to create a life rooted in clarity, peace, and confidence. This book isn't about suppressing your feelings or pretending to be positive all the time. Instead, it's about building emotional awareness and emotional mastery. Let's begin this journey toward emotional liberation. Chapter 1. The Source of Our Emotions. Every emotion we feel is the result of a thought, specifically a judgment we place on a situation. Imagine this. You're walking to work when it starts to rain. If you're thinking, I love the rain, it's refreshing, you'll feel good. But if you're thinking, ugh, my day is ruined, I'll be soaked, you'll feel annoyed or miserable. Key insight. Your emotions don't come from external events, but from how you interpret those events. Maurice explains that our brain is a meaning-making machine. It continuously interprets the world around us. This interpretation is based on past experiences, deep-rooted beliefs, social conditioning, expectations. When your brain labels something as bad, your body responds with negative emotions like fear, sadness, or anger. Flip the label, and your experience shifts. Takeaway. To master your emotions, you must first own them, acknowledge that they are created by you, not the world around you. Chapter 2. Why negative emotions dominate. Negative emotions seem to have more staying power than positive ones. Ever notice how one critical comment can haunt you for days, but a compliment might only lift your spirits for an hour? This is due to the negativity bias, a survival mechanism. Our ancestors had to constantly be alert for threats. Noticing a snake in the grass was far more important than admiring a rainbow. But in modern life, this bias works against us. Example. You get 10 nice emails from coworkers and one passive-aggressive message from your manager. Guess what dominates your thoughts? The one negative message. Maurice's point. You must consciously override this bias. Left unchecked, it will lead to chronic stress, anxiety, and an undercurrent of dissatisfaction. Tools to combat negativity and gratitude journaling. List 3 things you're grateful for every day. Focus practice. Train your mind to dwell on positive interpretations. Awareness. Catch yourself spiraling into negativity and pause. Chapter 3. The Thought-Emotion Loop. Emotions are not isolated. They create feedback loops. A negative thought produces a bad feeling. That feeling validates the thought, which then spawns more negative thoughts. This becomes a downward spiral. Example loop. I'm not good enough. Feel anxious. Avoid opportunities. Fail or stay stuck. Feel worse. Repeat. The good news? You can break the cycle. The moment you catch the thought and challenge it, you interrupt the pattern. Shift from negative to neutral. Instead of jumping from I'm a failure to I'm amazing, go to something more believable. I've had setbacks, but I'm learning. Not everything is going wrong. I can handle this. Emotion mastery isn't about lying to yourself. It's about shifting to thoughts that feel slightly better and are grounded in truth. Chapter 4. Identify and let go of limiting beliefs. A major cause of recurring negative emotions is our limiting beliefs, deep-seated assumptions about who we are and what we can or can't do. Some common examples: I must be perfect to be loved. Success is for others, not for me. If I show emotion, I'm weak. These beliefs were often formed in childhood or during traumatic experiences and have since become unconscious rules we live by. Maurice's method to break limiting beliefs. 1. Awareness. What do you tell yourself repeatedly that feels disempowering? Second, questioning. Is it true? Where did this belief come from? Is there counter evidence? 3. Replacement. What empowering belief can you adopt instead? Practical exercise. Write down one belief that causes you pain. Ask yourself, who would I be without this belief? What's a more helpful belief I can practice? Chapter 5. Raising your emotional baseline. Your emotional baseline is your default mood, how you feel most of the time. If your baseline is low, pessimistic, anxious, irritable, even small events can trigger intense negative reactions. But if your baseline is high, grateful, calm, positive, you handle setbacks with more resilience. Goal: raise your baseline so that you naturally feel better most of the time. How to do that? Exercise regularly. Boosts serotonin and dopamine. Sleep well. Emotional control suffers with poor sleep. Meditation and mindfulness strengthens awareness and calmness. Declutter your space. Messy space equals messy mind. Fuel your body well. Processed food impacts your mental state. Over time, these small habits compound and lift your entire emotional experience. Chapter 6. Handling emotional triggers. An emotional trigger is a situation, word, or person that brings up a strong emotional reaction. These moments feel automatic, like you're being hijacked. Example: your partner says, "You're always late." Suddenly, you're furious, not just because of what was said, but because it touched a deeper wound, like feeling unappreciated or judged. Thibaut Maurice says, triggers are teachers. They show you where you still have unresolved pain. The four-step trigger response: 1. Pause, don't react immediately. 2. Feel. What's really happening inside your body? 3. Name it. I feel rejected. I feel unsafe. 4. Explore. What belief or wound is behind this? Once you build this reflex, you regain your power. You don't have to fight the trigger. You understand it. Chapter 7. The danger of suppression. Many people misunderstand emotional control as emotional suppression. That is, pushing emotions down, ignoring them, or pretending they don't exist. This is a dangerous strategy. Suppressed emotions don't disappear. They go underground and leak out as anxiety, depression, or physical illness. Emotion mastery is not equal to bottling up. Instead, practice conscious emotional processing. How to process an emotion. 1. Allow the emotion to exist. Don't fight it. 2. Feel the sensation in your body. Where is it located? 3. Stay with it without judgment. 4. Let it move through you without needing to fix it. The irony is, when you fully allow an emotion to be felt, it tends to dissolve faster. Chapter 8. Building emotional resilience. Emotional resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, disappointments, or stress. Maurice compares this to strengthening a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Resilience tools: perspective shifting. Ask, what can I learn from this? Visualization. See yourself handling challenges with grace. Self-compassion. Talk to yourself as you would a friend. Setbacks as feedback. Reframe failure as data, not identity. The resilient person doesn't avoid pain, they use it. Chapter 9. Reprogramming your internal dialogue. What you say to yourself daily shapes your reality. Example: I'll never succeed creates fear, leads to inaction, results in failure, reinforces belief. This is the self-fulfilling prophecy loop. You must upgrade your inner narrative. Replace these. I can't handle this. I'm learning to deal with this. Nothing ever works out for me. Things are unfolding for me. I always mess things up. I'm improving with every step. Practice your new self-talk like affirmations, not as magic spells, but as reminders of the reality you want to create. Chapter 10. Cultivating Emotional Intelligence. Emotional intelligence, EQ, is the ability to 1. Recognize your emotions. 2. Manage them effectively. 3. Understand emotions in others. 4. Navigate relationships skillfully. It's one of the top predictors of career success, mental health, and fulfillment. How to build EQ. Journaling. Reflect on your feelings daily. Active listening. Focus on what people are really saying. Non-reactivity. Learn to pause before responding. Empathy practice. Try to feel what others might be experiencing. High EQ people aren't emotionless. They're emotionally agile. Chapter 11. The Power of Presence. Most emotional suffering arises from living in the past or the future. Regret, year, past focused. Anxiety equals future focused. The cure? Presence. When you're truly present, immersed in this moment, you break free from the mind's negative loops. Practice presence. Focus on your breath for 60 seconds. Engage fully with a task, no multitasking. Observe your surroundings like you've never seen them before. Maurice emphasizes that presence is the gateway to peace. The more present you become, the less reactive you are. Chapter 12. Designing a Positive Emotional Life. Mastering emotions isn't just about avoiding pain, it's also about cultivating joy. Design your days around activities and people that elevate your mood. Daily joy practices, morning routine. Start with intention. Nature, walks in the sun or greenery, laughter, comedy, funny friends, silliness, creative expression, music, writing, art, meaningful conversations, ditch small talk for depth. Emotion mastery means becoming the architect of your inner life, not the victim. Conclusion, your emotions are messengers. Emotions aren't your enemy. They're signals, indicators of your thoughts, beliefs, and internal state. You don't need to silence them. You need to understand them, befriend them, and channel them. The journey to emotional mastery is not a one-time decision. It's a practice, a lifestyle. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. As Thibaut Maurice writes, you are not your emotions. You are the one observing them. Final takeaways. Emotions are not facts. They are feedback from your thoughts. Negative emotions stem from judgment, beliefs, and unconscious reactions. You can raise your emotional baseline through daily habits. Processing emotions is more powerful than suppressing them. You always have the power to reinterpret situations and choose empowering beliefs. Presence is the antidote to suffering. Emotional mastery leads to freedom, clarity, and a joyful life. If you like this summary, then like, share, subscribe, comment us your thoughts, and follow us for more.